Previously on MetaZoo. A man from the shadows, injured cold, met up with his old friend, Mothman, after 1,000 years. The veil finally shattered, causing a catastrophe in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And now, years after the shattering, Sam and Adam, two kids with intuitions, or you could say, powers, that have accelerated greatly after the shattering of the veil, encounter trouble before school one morning. And now, on MetaZoo. Doesn't matter. He can take care of himself. Sam, we need to talk. Adam was practical, beyond practical, and he was certainly not stupid. He knew the embarrassment Sam must be feeling at this exact moment, and he knew the best thing to do was move on. Besides, he clearly had something important to say. At that very moment, M exited the house carrying two heavy and well-loved suitcases to the curb. And now, on MetaZoo. Oh, you're already here. What the? Sam, get off the ground. You're ruining your good school clothes. Spells can only bind fabric so many times. Clearly, M knew something had happened, but maybe he figured that the drama that had unfolded moments before was something that should remain in the realm of the teenagers that stood before him. Making a vexed sound at the interruption, Adam always did see M as a bit goofy, despite M's immense magical powers. Adam continued, Look, Sam, when Rose and I got to school this morning, our daily casting exercises were interrupted by a recruiter from Wimbley's. Sam's eyes widened, and to be completely honest, Adam's did as well, as he was repeating what still struck him as extraordinary. Quimbley's was the state-sanctioned college for magic located in Unity City. It was basically the real-world version of Hogwarts and was based out of the husk of Georgetown University's campus, which had burned down in the attacks immediately following the shattering of the veil. Not surprisingly, some high-potential casters were located in and around what was once DC, so when the veil shattered, the level of destruction was tremendous. But then again, so was the reconstruction effort that followed. I don't understand. Don't you have to be 18 to go to college? Sam asked. Not necessarily. In fact, I know of quite a few casters younger than the three of you who are already attending Quimbley's. Interjected M with a sly smile. So what? Sam continued. The recruiter shows up and you leave me the same day? What the hell is that? Adam averted his eyes from Sam's in a way that was uncharacteristically sheepish. Sam immediately came to the correct conclusion. You've known about this for a while, the three of you have. Without telling me? You guys were just going to leave me. Sam said with not a little despair in his voice. How Adam had hidden this from Sam, given their connection, would be a mystery that haunted Sam for months. Sam, it's Quimbley's. It's like the Hogwarts, Rose began. I know what it is. Jesus. I guess that makes me the Dursley of the family. Sam's cheeks blossomed roses once again as he realized just how vulnerable his anger at the situation made him, and what it exposed about his very different love for both Rose and Adam. In this instance, he should have cared less about the self-image he was cultivating for Rose, a girl who he wouldn't see for many years. But teenage hormones are a strange thing. A long pause. And without missing a beat, and just as cheery as ever, M softly spoke in a way that carried through the air farther than it should have. Let's go then, or we'll be late. Time to say your goodbyes. Adam, who had turned with a jolt at the sound of the whisper, turned back in a hurry to explain what had happened to Sam in more detail. Timing and being late be damned. But Sam was already turning the corner down the block, running faster than he ever had before. Wow. So there's definitely some foreshadowing there, because Adam is resisting Sam's ability to read him.
Yes.
Which I think is just going to play deeply into what happens moving forward. I mean, if Adam can cast things without a book, if Adam is this exceptional magic user, Sam refuses to, and at this point can't even predict or even read his best friend after they had this connection. Now he's being blocked. Yep. I think that's scary for Sam.
That's definitely gonna play into the future. I mean, and M just seemed like basically an oblivious asshole, just like, yep, well, sorry, stealing your childhood best friends, and we're gonna leave you alone on the street. We're gonna be late though, see ya.
What was that about?
I don't know.
No big deal, Sam. You know, you're just losing the two people that you care about the most in your life in an instant. And by the way, we knew this was coming and we didn't tell you. What?
What is Sam going to do now?
No wonder he said he's the Dursley of the family. Like, they're just treating him like he's a dud.
Right.
Poor Sam.
Poor Sam. I like Sam.
You really start using your magic, or at least your bat. Or maybe one day you'll have a magic bat.
Yeah.
We need you to start fighting back, Sam. We need you to start using the powers that are inherent within you and stop resisting, because Adam can resist you at this point, and that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah. Brothers have to learn to resist each other's powers.
This is overpower
part of life.
One another. In fact, by trying to overpower, you learn to resist.